Welcome back, YouTube. I'm out on my second full-length birding adventure blog, or whatever you want to call it. Today I'm visiting Svensen Island, a rural community here in Clatsop County, Oregon. I was actually recommended this place while talking to a stranger a couple weeks back. He told me there were cinnamon teals here, a gorgeous looking duck that I really don't see that often around here, so I'm hoping to see some of those today. I'm expecting to see a lot of different ducks today, so I'm going to go ahead and throw up a duck counter in the corner here, and we'll see how many ducks we can see. All right, so I got my binoculars. What in the world? So I got my binoculars and I'm ready to go. Without any further ado, let's go find some birds.
As I crossed the bridge onto the island, I quite literally saw a good sign that I would see some ducks. And shortly after that, while I was still on the bridge, I spotted what I thought was my first duck of the day. It ended up being an American coot, and although it does resemble a duck, it is actually a bird that is in the rail family. I'm always pretty stoked to see a coot as they aren't super common down here, which I find crazy because when I was living in Seattle, I used to see mini coot very frequently. This northern pintail hen became my first duck of the day. I ended up seeing hundreds of these pintails throughout this trip, and was probably the most common bird I saw. Northern pintail drakes are very elegant and sleek looking ducks. They are definitely the Cadillac of the waterfowl. I saw one more type of duck from the bridge, and it was a pair of female buffleheads, or as I like to call them, buffle hens. As I got to the end of the bridge, I was able to see into the marshes of the island, which were seemingly filled to the brim with waterfowl.
Just right across here, it looks like we have some swans. Probably trumpeter swans, if I had to guess, but we'll get closer and then we'll be able to identify them. Let's go.
Once I got down to the marsh, I got a better look at those swans and determined I was mistaken to assume that they were trumpeter swans. These were in fact tundra swans. Both species of swans we have visit this region look very similar, but an easy way to distinguish the two visually is by this yellow speck on the bill that most tundra swans will have. Speaking of difficult to distinguish species, I believe this is both a lesser and greater scaup swimming together. Feel free to correct me in the comments if this is a misidentification. I patiently sifted through the loads of duck in the marsh to find the one type I had traveled all this way for, the cinnamon teal. Their rusty plumage makes them stand out among the other ducks, but unfortunately this group was napping in the middle of the day, giving me terrible looks. Thankfully, there were more cinnamon teal around that were more active and gave me better looks. I just love these ducks for their beauty, and they have such a cool name that suits them so well. They can be found in the western United States. I highly recommend giving some a visit if you're ever in the area so you can witness their natural beauty in person. Other ducks I managed to see at this first stop were American widgeons, gadwall, and hooded mergansers. Unfortunately, no hooded merganser drakes were spotted here. But as I was sifting through hundreds of ducks, a flock of snow geese flew in. What a pleasant surprise. Snow geese are another species that I don't see too often out here, further confirming to me that there's something very special about this island. In fact, I'd love to own a house out here someday, and I found one that could be a potential fixer-upper.
It's really too bad that this house is in such rough shape, because could you imagine just looking into your backyard and seeing all these waterfowl? And that'd be the dream.
After fantasizing over my dream house, I quickly spotted two more species of duck, the first being these green-winged teal. These are our smallest ducks in North America, making them fairly easy to pick out from size alone. Next were a species of duck I really have been enjoying visiting lately, the canvasback. I just love how these ducks dive down so gracefully when foraging for food. And I got to witness one trying to swallow their meal. I'm not totally sure what this is, but hopefully it's something edible. I'm such an advocate for winter birding. I think it's very underrated, and it is by far the best time of year for waterfowl. Waterfowl are an excellent entry point into the hobby of birding, so don't be afraid to get a little chilly and get outside and watch some ducks before winter's over. As for this outing, I had seen so much waterfowl, but was a little frustrated by one species in particular that had been eluding me all day. I don't think there's a whole lot more species of ducks that we might see today. One that I'm surprised we haven't seen is a mallard. I think we will see a mallard before the end of the day, but we'll see. I'll keep my eyes open, keep my eyes on the water. There's got to be mallards out here. There's got to be. Ask and you shall receive. Shortly after that, I finally spotted a pair of mallards. These mallards wrapped up all the ducks I saw for the day, ending the day with 11 ducks total. I saw plenty of other birds as well, and one in particular I would like to share with you. So as I'm walking back, I spotted this kestrel up here. I don't know if you can see it on my scope a little bit. Up here on this power line. It's a tiny little falcon. It's really cute though. I don't think I'll ever not be excited to see a kestrel. It's always a good day when you see one. Don't forget, you too can get a sleek magnetic digiscope adapter like the one I'm recording this footage on from allin.co. Use discount code Levi for 10% off and free shipping, because no one likes paying for shipping.
Yep, so we got 11 species of duck and 34 species total. That's pretty good. I spent most of my time focusing on the water, on the ducks today, but there was a lot going on other than the waterfowl activity. Here's a checklist of all the birds I saw today. I'll let that like scroll by or something. But yeah, definitely come check out Svensen Island in Clatsop County, Oregon. Very interesting place to walk. I think I got like a 2-mile walk in. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, awesome. I love you. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, that like button, and comment what you think. What was your favorite bird you saw today? My highlight was probably seeing the tundra swans. Was not expecting to see tundra swans today, and they were actually my Merlin bird of the day, so got that little achievement today. My letdown for the day, I was really hoping to see some Wilson snipes today, but they've been eluding me this year, so maybe one day, but today wasn't the day. Thank you so much for watching again. I'll see you next time, and happy birding.